what are you doing to be profitable, man? And I've been preaching it for the longest time. I just know my system. I know where to enter. I know where to exit. I know my freaking system like the back of my hand, and I'm not taking 20 different systems and putting it into my one thing.
And for once, now that like I'm at a point in my trading career, if you're trying to become profitable fast, for the first time I'll say this, I think that's the right way to go. I used to say learn everything. But if you have a system that works and you stick with it and you're profitable, stick with it.
What is up, everybody? We are on the Trader Society podcast, and we're going to do a little special episode today. I'm going to be interviewing Anthonysworld. We're going to find out a little bit more about his deep and dark secrets.
Oh, God, the hot seat.
He's in the hot seat. But for real, this is going to be a cool episode. We're going to learn a little bit more about the man right here.
I love it. First, before we get into this, though, how are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you just came back from a week from the cabin.
I've been at the cabin, and things have been
relaxing.
Oh, dude, it's been so nice. I've just honestly been able to focus on myself and like growth, and like I've got the most work I've got done in probably 6 months in the last 5 days. Like, and when I say work, like valued work that's gonna help people out, and I'm excited about that. So
I love that. Sorry, I'm a little like sniffly right now. Megs got sick 2 days ago, dude. She woke up with a fucking like 100 fever. Declan's got 101 fever right now, and it's just like everyone's got it, and I'm next because I can feel it in my throat and my fucking nose right now, and I'm trying to drink Celsius right now to like stay alive.
Oh gosh, I don't like being sick, man.
It sucked, bro. It sucked.
All right, well, let's get started on this thing.
Oh, we forgot to bring the hats to sign it. Shit. But before we get started, though, let's we got Trader Society hats. Go check out tradersociety.com. It's in the merch section. We got all the cool like designs, and while you're at it, we're trying to like come up with cool names. I know we have like
the Dark Knight.
We have the Dark Knight. We have the what's the dude from the Anchorman? What's
Ron
that
Burgundy?
one? Yeah, we have the Ron Burgundy, which is a burgundy hat. So like we're coming up with cool names. If you have any cool name suggestions and cool color combos, put them in the comments section below, because that would be super epic, because we want to create what you guys want. That's it.
For sure. Super dope, man. But anyways, I'm glad to be back in Scottsdale, and just going back to the cabin, picking up the kids tonight, going back to the cabin, and just going to continue to grind it out. But anyways, let's get started, and I'm going to interview you, my man. You should be checking that pulse, because this is going to get intense. All right, Anthonysworld.
Oh, God.
What is your favorite thing about Forex?
I actually just did a little like mini series on this the other day on my Instagram. My favorite thing about Forex is not the challenge. It's not the possibilities. It's just purely the opportunity. Mm-hmm. What Forex provides is an opportunity for everyone. Everyone starts on an equal playing field. And there's just so much potential inside of it. And like for the longest time, like I had a problem with like teaching people and educating people and being like, you can't, like everyone I teach is not going to be successful, so I shouldn't teach at all. And it's like, no, that's not my choice to decide. My choice to decide is that what this did for me is to change my life in so many different ways. And it gave me the opportunity to become different than what I was, to become successful, to become something more. And so all I can say is that I am thankful to Forex purely for the opportunity.
I love that.
To become something more.
It's so true, too. Like, it changed all of our lives.
It did.
We wouldn't be here without it.
We really wouldn't. Exactly. And, like, it's not like I don't want to say my favorite thing. I get to work for myself, or I get to travel and work. And honestly, when I'm traveling, I don't like to trade. I don't like you could trade from your phone. Like, that's the sales pitch. Oh, you could trade from your phone. So anywhere you're at, you can get an alert and make money, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that. Like I like what I like, and it's just purely, that's like genuinely is just opportunity. It's fucking incredible.
Dope. I love that. So what inspired you to like get into the Forex industry?
It was actually a guy that I went to middle school with, and we were obviously past school at this point and all that, and a guy I went to high school, I'm at middle school with, and I just like randomly like kept following on Facebook and then merged to Instagram and all that over the years, and he was just like fucking buying a Maserati at like 19 years old and all this, and then little did I know he was in a network marketing company. And he was like, dude, he's like, this is it. This, you want to learn? Come here, come here, come here. And it was really cool. That was simply it. It was a guy that I followed, and he was in a network marketing company, and he signed me up in his network marketing company, and I learned a little bit. And that's why like I spent so long knocking the shit that I did, like in a different sense. Like, you don't need network marketing. You don't need a mentor. You don't need this. You don't need that. But I sit back and look, I was like, so I had those things to an extent.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, like, how can I be the person that says that? You know what I mean? If that's how I learned, that's how I grew.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool part about it.
I love that, man.
A lot of growth.
Yeah, for sure. Like, okay, so what's your like, what are you most excited about in the space that we're in right now?
I can name a lot of things I'm not excited. I'm excited that it's a skill set that's not going anywhere. Yeah. Like, I think in the entrepreneurship world, there's different fads and there's different things that people have been doing for a long time. And it's like I personally feel like for a long time, the sports niche fell off. Mm-hmm. But it was used to, when I was young, it was used to be big. Maybe it didn't fall off. I don't really know. Like,
it did.
But it did? Okay. So, like I feel like it fell off. And so, but I just don't think this is going anywhere. Like, I just truly don't think that they can take this away. And that's what I think is super cool. And like that's what I'm excited for, is like that I've learned and I keep learning in a skill set that can't be taken away from me.
Yeah. It's like power to the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the power to the
that's
people
exactly what it
that
is.
know this skill set.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that I started. Because now it's like, I know I'm good forever, no matter what. As long as this is around, which I don't see it going anywhere.
I don't either.
I'm good.
And if it does, well, then I think we're worried about a little bit more than making money. I think I think we're worried about, like, surviving.
Yeah,
a zombie apocalypse,
and we'll do that
or something.
Anyways, like, somehow, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, that's, like, really what like, that's what I love about it. Like, the future of it is because, like, it's a skill set that I don't think is going anywhere.
For sure.
Not anytime soon.
For sure. So I think this is actually going to be a good one for you. Like, oh God, because you've had you've had like quite a bit of challenges lately. What do you think the biggest challenge you've faced lately is? What is it?
Oh shit. In life or in Forex?
Let's just go with life.
Start with Forex.
Let's go with Forex.
And then we'll go into life after that. Okay. In the Forex space, the biggest challenge that I had was that, honestly, trading that big account in front of everybody, I did really well to start off. And I kind of changed the way that I trade in front of people. And that really fucked me up. Mm-hmm. That really affected me and the way I trade. Because, like, I am the type of trader that, like, I'm the person that I get into a trade for, like, a monthly view. And if I'm wrong, I'm losing a lot of money. And I get that. But, like, everyone looked at me like, damn, you lost a lot of money. But for me, like, it wasn't a lot of money. And doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. It just means that, like, I'm getting judged off of one trade. And so, like, learning that and accepting that in my mindset was, like, when I entered that trade, I said, literally, I shit you not, my mindset was like, fuck it. Like, I think on the monthly it's going to rise. And I was like, fuck it, here, enter, boom. Like, there was no thought process behind it. Dude. But everyone judged me on that entry, but they don't understand that my life instances and my life situations. And it's like, I had the money in that account and I was willing to risk and hedge and go in and out and all that and show people that there is a possibility to hedge in and out. I was willing to do that. And was I wrong on the trade? Yes, but if I would have kept it the way that I normally trade, I would have got out of it. You've seen me get out of shit way worse than that, and I would have, but the pressure of people watching me and the people of like how they like judged me because off of one trade got in my head, and it fucked with me a lot. And so when it came to that aspect of it, I was like, holy fucking shit, because I started off fucking strong. Like, we had the EA. It fucking took like a chunk out of the account, and I said, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna build it back. And I built it back, built the account back, and then I built the account above and beyond what we had back. And then I was like, I'm willing to risk that. And so like, but then I knew like in my head, I was like, oh damn, everyone's gonna judge me if I have a $300,000 loss. And so I held on and started hedging in and out. But like, if I would have kept it the way I normally, I would still be in those trades. I would 100% still be in those trades, and I would be like my normal account, like I would be in those trades, and I would be scaling in and out of my sales, and like I would be scaling in and sales to where my account balance was the same. Even if I lost $4 million, my account balance would be the same. But I didn't do that because of the way.
Yeah, no, and it's a huge difference from someone that's done it before, and I've never taken like that. It was honestly just hard for me to like even enter a trade, because it's like you have all these people watching you and like judging you, but like at the same time, like being a trader, you have to react to the market, and like you have to react to certain scenarios, and like it's forever changing. But when you have people watching you, and like
it makes you hesitate.
It does. It's kind of a weird thing, and that's one of the reasons why I step back from doing that, because I'm such a freaking phenomenal trader when I'm doing it by myself. But the second you get someone else watching you, it's like, that's why like I refuse to. I'm working on getting my license to actually trade people's money right now, and that's one of the reasons why, like, if and when I get investors to trade for, I will not let them be a micromanager on the account, because that's my account that I'm gonna work on. You don't need to worry about what I'm doing. Just know that I'm gonna build it, but like you don't need to be watching what I'm doing.
It's like the Albert Einstein analogy, where he went to the classroom and wrote on the board, and he wrote out like, what was it, like 100 different problems, or 10 different problems, and everyone started laughing at him.
At the one he got wrong.
But he got 9 right. But everyone laughed at him at the one he got wrong, and that's the same thing that's here. Is like, I won a shit ton of trades before that. I built the account like the proper way. And then, but like, and like the biggest thing that I want to say is like, for the way that I trade and the way that I normally trade, that position size was like way smaller and I'm cool with holding that drawdown. I'm the most comfortable person when it comes to drawdown, because like I understand that like I was using it as like an investor account, but I did over leverage that account. I haven't traded an account like that in a long time. And it was just different. I'm either used to trading a really big account or going balls to walls on a smaller account. And I'm okay to lose that account, because I have other accounts that I do different things with. And that was like, so it was challenging. And then honestly, since then, it's been a little challenging for me to get back on the charts, because it's like, damn. And I mean, I'm in some trades now, but like I'm still building that regulated broker bullshit account. And it's fun, and I'm doing really well with it. I'm averaging 18% a month.
For sure.
Like, that's, like, good. You know what I mean? But it's just, like, it gets boring after a point. And so, like,
well, you're also you're making money elsewhere, too. So it's like a different...
finally.
Yeah, it's a different story for you. But I think that's, like, I can get, like, one thing out of that is eliminate the F it mindset in Forex of... And that's going to save you so much.
It will.
And that's what saved me. Like when I was doing, like taking my big losses, it was always on the F it mindset.
Yeah.
And I've eliminated that with my system. I have to have certain scenarios to enter a trade. I can't just be like, F it.
Agreed. And I agree with you completely. And that's where I fucked up in that trade and in that position. And actually, the crazy part is it wasn't even the F it moment that fucked me up. It was the fact that I didn't stick to the criteria, because the trade that I actually entered And the first and all the positions that I entered went into profit massively.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have closed them in profit massively.
At
I
least.
never moved my stop in profit because I kept saying the monthly's gonna grow, the monthly's gonna grow, and so like I dialed in the trades right. Like a lot of the trades, like I'm like, in one of the trades I was up like 50, 60, 70 grand on the very first positions,
Mm-hmm.
like 50 grand. Like why didn't I close them?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like I should have been closing trades in that, but I kept saying fuck it, like the monthly's gonna grow, and then I just kept holding them. I didn't even put my stops in profit, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And I know that, and that's where like the people watching me in that mindset of things and that side of things just fucked with my head, and I was like really wanting to take one trade, and because I think we talked about something, and I was like sharing with people. Like, you can just find one trade and just scale in and flip an account. And, like, that mindset of where I'm going to take one trade and flip $1 million account into 10 million.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stuck with that
I
in
remember
my head.
that. I remember
stuck
that.
with it.
And I kept saying, I don't know, this looks like it's going to drop. It looks like it's going to drop. And you kept saying, it's on the all-time low. And the only reason, if you guys want to go look back at that trade, I think it was on the monthly time frame on GU. The reason why I didn't like the buy in the first place was and he was in profit at some point. I would have definitely put my stop in profit.
And I should have. And my criteria told me to put my stop in profit, but I was a dumbass.
And that's
It
right.
happened.
You've learned from it. And
Yeah.
it's not hurting you to a point where it's like, oh, shit, I got to sell everything. And
Yeah. Well, I did sell everything.
He did sell everything, but he didn't have to. That's the point I'm taking. But anyways, going back to that trade, it was GU monthly time frame. It was coming off of a lower high on the monthly time frame, and he sold it off of, or bought it off of structure, and a lower high buying it off of the previous structure to me is something I would never personally do, because usually a lower high off of a point like that is going to make a new low. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, I really don't like this trade. But he trusted his own analysis, which is great. If he probably would have followed, like he said,
if I would have executed it the way I should have,
he would have hedged. And
it.
I've seen him do that. Like hedge, he would have held it to the low. And
Well, I actually would not. Yeah, well, that and honestly, I would have put my stop in profit. Is what I really should have done, because it gave a pullback.
You were also you were lackadaisical with that account.
I was very,
which was surprising to me.
Nonchalant about it, and that was also just because of life and what I was doing in life and like where I'm going, like what I'm doing, and like I was just very nonchalant about it. And it's like that's not a good approach to have.
You can't have that approach in trading.
You can't. And that's why me and Mike like I was talking to Q about it, and he was like, dude, he was like, take a few months. Don't even trade for a few months. Yeah. Like, you don't need it. And that's why like a lot of these like really big traders, they'll be like, take one trade a month. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you just need to like take a break, because it's exhausting. It's mentally exhausting. And then when everyone is watching you, you're in the public eye, it's like, Jesus fuck Christ.
It is. It's actually difficult. And actually, we have some guy on here that just keeps trying to like talk ass. Like, you're not showing your live trades and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to show you my FX book. You can reach out to me, because I'm sick of this dude. He's
bro, honestly, I'm at a point right now where like I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, honestly, the truth is like, if you think like I'm the first person to admit that my lifestyle is not just from trading.
Yeah.
Like, did I start with trading? Yes. Did it make me a lot of money? Yes. I mean, we were sitting in a fucking apartment, Airbnb, fucking racking in fucking money every morning, drinking at 9 o'clock, and then we're drinking beer, drinking Bud Light and fucking Michelob Ultra at 9 a.m. trading
this is
together.
5 years ago, we were making like $2-3 grand a day.
And so like I'm the first person to tell you like now my lifestyle is not funded by trading anymore.
Yeah.
And but like, didn't you like the reason that you started trading, wasn't that because you wanted freedom? 100%. Wasn't that because you wanted the lifestyle? Wasn't that because you want something that's better and different for you? I just made the proper investments to where now I don't have to rely on trading. And so I'm willing to swing for the fences sometimes. And that's what I want to say. And like I want to preach to you, like everyone out here they're not relying on just trading anymore. Did it give them what they needed? Yes, and they used it as a tool. And what since when is that wrong? Since when is it wrong to use something as a tool to elevate your lifestyle when it comes to an industry, when it comes to something? Like, I used it for the purpose. I don't want to trade forever.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first. I don't want to. I love trading, and I will always probably trade for myself, but I don't want to publicly trade for the public of the world forever.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
For sure.
Because, like, being in a trade, like, at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you have, how much money you make. Being in a trade fucking $10,000 down is still stressful. I have a regulated broker account right now that I'm down $7,000, and I'm still checking it the same way I would check it if I'm down $700,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still checking it because it's fucking stressful.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do this forever, but I'm setting myself up to where I don't have to.
For sure.
And that's, like, the principle behind it. And I want to just preach that, like, that's not wrong.
Yeah. No, not at all. I mean, you're, I think, where most people wish they were. So you did it right. You did
It's
it
not
right.
even like, and so, like, if people want to hate, like, lick my ass, suck my balls, like, I just don't give a fuck, you know? Like that might be too vulgar for YouTube, but I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, and if I'm such a fraud, then, like, damn, like, I'm such a fraud. Like I just want to be like you can't fake everything in life. You just genuinely can't. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if, like, it's like people being like, oh, Floyd Mayweather doesn't make as much money as he makes. And it's like, why do you say that? Well, because he's doing giveaways on Instagram. Like, you really think Floyd Mayweather needs to do giveaways on Instagram to make money? No, but guess what? He just did one 4 days ago.
And he makes a lot of money doing it.
And he makes a lot of money doing it. So, like, it's fine. It's fine. Like it's different. So that's, like, what I want to preach to people. Like Jesus, like, stop having such a judgmental attitude on what people are doing. Like get over your fucking self. Like, so whoever the fuck the guy that commenting is.
No, like, for real though, that is, like, it's annoying.
It's
and
annoying.
I guarantee that dude's not.
I've helped a lot of people make a lot of fucking money. Number one, and number two, like, I've taught a lot of fucking people that run hedge funds now. Like it's good. Like, you can't save everyone. Everyone wants you to be their saving grace and save everyone. You can't save everyone. They have to put the work into. Not every strategy is going to work for you. It's not going to.
Well, actually, when it comes to trading, I mean, it doesn't matter what strategy you do. Yeah, I could give you a strategy that's simple, but if you're not going to follow that strategy and have a game plan, you're not going to.
But you'll be the one that's blamed.
100%. And that's actually why I gave up teaching for a long time, because people weren't seeing the results I was seeing. I was confused as heck. I'm sitting there going, like, why the heck are these people not doing what I'm doing? I'm teaching them how I'm trading, but then I'm realizing, like, wow, you're actually, like, you don't skip a beat when you're trading. Like, you don't fall off your plan. You do exactly what you teach. And most people have that F-it moment. And then they're like, well, I don't know how to manage this trade because I don't even know why I'm in this trade. So,
I mean, I know how to manage my F-it moments because I've been in
but you've been in 8 years. A lot of people don't,
Yeah.
you know, especially when you come in for a year. It's like, oh, you just want to be in the market. And with my strategy, sometimes, you know, you get 2 or 3 trades a week, and
it's plenty. That's all you need.
And yeah, exactly. But these people want to be in trades at all the freaking time.
Every day, all day.
And it's like, yeah, we were there at the beginning, but now it's like we weren't ever taught that was a wrong thing.
No.
And now if I was taught
because there's
that,
so many mentors now that are teaching so many different things. So, like, either this person's right or wrong.
and it drives me nuts. It drives me insane because there's so many people that aren't profitable, and they're just like constantly like, what are you doing to be profitable, man? And I've been preaching it for the longest time. I just know my system. I know where to enter. I know where to exit. I know my freaking system like the back of my hand, and I'm not taking 20 different systems and putting it into my one thing.
And for once, now that, like, I'm at a point in my trading career, if you're trying to become profitable fast, for the first time I'll say this, I think that's the right way to go. I used to say learn everything, but if you have a system that works and you stick with it and you're profitable, stick with it.
Yes.
Like, for me, I wanted to learn the ins and outs of the market, and that's why I learned everything. But I'm fucked up in the head that way, where, like, I wanted to. And so, like these people that are teaching you strategies and they're making money and they can prove it, obviously it works.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do agree with that, like, more so now, because I have to relate myself to a level of other people when they're first starting trading. Because I remember what it was like when I first started trading. And so like I'm going to relay myself with that level now. You don't need to learn everything about the market. Learn the strategy and stick with it, but give it time. Like these people that are giving a strategy 1 week, doesn't work.
It drives
Give
me
it
nuts.
3 months.
Exactly.
Give one strategy 3 months. This is a long term play. Learn one strategy for 3 months. And if you are taking trades by the books for 3 months in a row and you're negative, well then okay, maybe that strategy doesn't work. But if you're taking one trade setup for 3 months and you're positive, then why would you switch it?
Exactly. And people have to realize that like there are stages to trading. You're not going to come in and be a freaking somebody that has been in the market for 8 years and seen every different like side of the market.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to come in at stage 1 and the mentor's going to be at stage 5 and you're going to slowly work your way up to stage 5, but not if you don't stick to it and not if you go searching for something else. If you go searching for something else, the next thing you know, you're going to be back at stage 1, back at stage 2.
I mean, I look at it like this. Do you remember how hard it was when we first started to just operate MetaTrader? Do you remember how hard it was to learn how to upload an indicator?
Oh gosh, I still have difficulty.
I know, I did too a little bit.
I hate when my MetaTrader gets like when I start a new MetaTrader.
What's his name? Messaged me the other day. He was like, "Here, I got this cool like product. Test it out." And he was like running on testers, and I was like, "Do you have an instruction file on how to upload this?" But like, cause it's hard. So like, just think about like how hard it was to understand indicators and how to upload them, much less trade the markets.
Yeah.
Like, give yourself time. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself and understanding that. And so like, yeah, it's dope, man. I'm excited to see.
It is.
What other question you got for me? We got off on that question a long time.
No, it's dope though.
Fuck that random guy. Hey, guess what though? He still fucking listens to every single fucking
it's
podcast.
Like, why, bro?
You're still fucking listening. You're still fucking watching. You're a fucking fan at the end of the day.
I don't get it. Okay, so how do you deal with personal or professional disappointment? Yeah, I think this is a great question for you right now. You've gone through a little bit of a personal disappointment, and you actually gone through a professional disappointment as well. How do you deal with that?
Number one, the one thing that I can say that I do very well and that I think more people should practice is separating them. My personal life is my personal life. My professional life is my professional life. I separate them. Like me and you, like could have a fucking in a personal life in a personal situation full out brawl.
Mm-hmm.
We show back up at Monday at 9 a.m. Nothing happened to me.
Yeah.
Now after 5 p.m. something might have happened, but you know while we're working, it's part of it. Like work is fucking work. So number one, my rule number one is separating them. And like I don't like the motto like I don't like this do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life or work with like all this. No, like work is work. Like you're here to make money or you're here not to make money, right? You're here to change your life or not to change your life. Okay, you're here to have fun or you're here to work. And I think the two get intermingled way too much, especially in our day and era. So I separate everything. Like I've had a lot of people that have had me invest in things that didn't work out. They didn't work out. That doesn't mean my friendship with them is gone. Like
at the end of the day, you're the one that took the risk.
Exactly.
You know?
And so like I think like the biggest thing is separating them. Number one. Number two, handling disappointment in my personal life or failures. What was it? Failures? Disappointments is addressing them and then realizing that the only disappointment that I have is the expectation on myself and no one else. What everyone else's expectation on me is not what I truly desire. And so like, and that's the same for, actually the same for business is like trading that account. Like everyone's expectation was of me to make a shit ton of money. And because I'm supposed to be perfect all the time.
And that's what you wanted to do.
And it is what I wanted to do. And I started off really well, but I'm human. I make mistakes. Like it's part of life. Like it's part of it. I get emotional. I make mistakes. I'm not fucking perfect. I'm a human. And so like for me, it's like I'm putting myself in situations to be completely vulnerable on both sides, personal and business. But with that vulnerability, what I had to understand was, and where I fucked up is I wasn't happy and comfortable in myself in both ways, that where it didn't matter what anyone said about me. So I let myself be vulnerable before I was happy with everything that I needed to do. But now I'm at a point where it's like, I'm going to be vulnerable And if you don't like how I'm vulnerable or how I'm doing things, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, good for you. Fuck off.
Dude,
I don't give a shit.
that is literally the best. If anyone can adopt a mindset, it's like, first of all, you have to truthfully be happy with yourself. And if you're not there, and vulnerable, 100%.
And that's what it is.
But if you're not there, work to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's going to make your whole life, the way you walk, the way you talk, if you're happy with yourself, it's going to be 1,000 times better if you're faking it.
Exactly. And that's, but I'll be the first person. I mean, I did it ass backwards. I let myself be vulnerable with worrying about what everyone thought first. But then maybe I needed that because it taught me how to like not care. Like losing that account and what everyone thought about me did not affect my income at all.
Yeah.
It did not affect me at all.
For sure.
And that was the biggest realization that I had as of lately is like, it didn't affect me. So fuck it. Fuck it. And that's like such a good thing to have. And so that's like what I would say. Number one, I think those separate things. Number two, be happy with yourself and what you're doing in business and have pure intentions and then go for it. And then that's how you're going to handle the disappointment is that you should not let other people's expectations dictate what you do and how you do things.
For sure. I love that, man, because one, being vulnerable and like with yourself, being honest with yourself. And there's been so many times in my life where like I knew in the back of my head I wasn't necessarily doing the things that I needed to do to get to where I wanted to go. And honestly, I've been in those phases where I have done that. In the last 6 months with everything that's gone on in my life, I have not been there. And like, I've wanted to be there. And I was honest with myself. Derek, what do you need to do to get back to like who the freak you are? Like, dude.
Or just grow. You don't have to go back. Just grow.
Grow. But also sometimes you have to take away things and separate yourself from society and spend time with yourself and figure out what you really want to do to get to where you want to be. And that's exactly what I've done. And now I'm like, dude, I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. There's nothing that's going to freaking stop me because I know the value I bring. I know my intentions are pure. And I know that what I do next is going to help absolutely everyone who wants to be helped.
That's why do you think I disappear when I'm trying to build something? That's why I disappear when I'm trying to build something.
Dude,
when I'm building a company,
disappear. 100%. I agree with that 100%. And it's funny because even like those billionaires, dude, they'll go up to their freaking guest house for a month.
Yeah.
Not even talk to their family and go just build.
Yep.
And
actors, like, I mean, you have method actors where they have to be that person. And like they lose themselves, like they disassociate themselves. And that's what's cool, man. And that's like, I'm reading the book Relentless right now. And
it's a dope book. I just got done with it.
You guys got, bro.
It's dope.
Isn't it such a fucking...
And it's crazy because like there's the cleaner and it's like, damn, bro, I've related to the cleaner in so many different ways.
But I like the way he wrote it as how each one is not wrong.
No,
they
all have their own place.
They have their own, and it's like it's not one's better than the other.
But when you're a freaking cleaner and you have that in your heart, like that's Mamba mentality to the core. When you're that way and you're letting yourself down, and then you hear about this again, you're like, damn,
yeah.
I gotta be better.
The one thing that I will say, like, and also guys, if you haven't read it, go read the book Relentless or listen to it. It's on Audible. I don't know if it's on YouTube. But the one thing that really hit with me is that you can be a cleaner in certain aspects in your life, but other aspects you can be a cooler. Mm-hmm. Or other aspects you can be a closer. Mm-hmm. If you're a cleaner, you're not a cleaner in everything. And he states that in the book. Like, you're not a cleaner.
About his daughter.
Yeah, like, you're not a cleaner in everything. And that's what's so epic about the book is it made me realize that, like, I don't have to be the cleaner in everything. Mm-hmm. I don't have to be the closer in everything. I don't have to be the cooler in everything. Certain aspects of my life, I'm the cooler. Mm-hmm. And I understand that. I am the cooler in certain aspects of my life. I'm the closer in aspects of my life, and I'm the cleaner in aspects of my life. In business, I'm the cleaner when it comes to business. But I doesn't even have to be the cleaner in every other aspect of my life.
Yeah.
I don't have to be. And that's so it's like that like so like I really like
you have to read the book to understand, but it's a super dope book. You
definitely have to read the book to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah, I hope you relate to it. Mm-hmm. But it's It's dope, man.
There's some people that are only cleaners in athleticism, like being an athlete, and that. There's nothing wrong. Like that's perfect. But in business, there may be a cooler. And so
exactly. But anyway, there's more. But like I feel like we're need to wrap up on a little time. We got some
pick one
time?
more. Pick
okay,
one more.
We'll pick one more.
One more good
Okay.
One more banger.
Okay, what one piece of advice would you give to someone that's just starting out new in Forex?
Chart time. Honestly, just being real, chart time. There's not a piece of advice that's gonna save you. There's not a piece of advice that's gonna, I think, really help you. I think sitting back and staring at the charts. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. I'm gonna say like, yeah, you need to figure out who you are as a person. Yes, you do to an extent, but I purely think as far as just trading goes, chart time. If you're meant to trade, after a few years, you'll start to just recognize things in the market, and you'll like experience things, and like so like one thing that I used to do is like, how do I feel when I place a trade? How do I feel when I'm in drawdown? How do I feel when I'm in profit? And when you start learning about the markets, like your buttons at the bottom, they turn red when you're negative to change your whole mood.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how things go. And so that's kind of like, I just think chart time, like, I think that's the most important thing to becoming a successful trader is how many hours are you spending on the charts? How much time are you spending on the charts? How much are you actually looking at the charts to become profitable and understanding what the markets are doing? Like, are you looking at Renko patterns? Are you looking at chart patterns? Are you looking at candlesticks? Are you looking at the line graph? Like, I'm not saying you have to learn all of them, but I think you need to be looking at something because they're all relatable. Like, everything is the housing market, the stock market, Forex market, crypto market. There's always something. And I just purely think that the number one thing that you can do in order to put yourself in the position to be successful in Forex is constantly looking at the charts. I check my phone at least once every 30 minutes.
Exactly. And
looking
this
at the
actually,
charts.
I think this actually goes back to, and this is what I did when I started. I locked myself in my office.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship at the time, and I was like, no, this is my only way out of this miserable freaking life of working construction. This is my only way out. I literally quit my job and locked myself in my office and didn't come out for months.
Yeah.
Like, I'd spent 16 hours on the charts figuring out the markets. And I wasn't lucky enough to have someone teach me and tell me what the heck to do, but like just sitting there and looking at what worked and the things that I noticed that worked changed my life.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you have to just like take away everything if you really want to get somewhere and then freaking go all in on that. And if you're not passionate about it right away and this doesn't motivate you, freaking might as well
do something else. And that doesn't mean that you're not meant to be an entrepreneur. It just means you're meant to do something else.
Yeah.
And I remember staying at my parents' cabin in their backyard, and I would walk around. I would like work out inside the house because there was like a small house, but like a little gym. I'd work out in the house, but I'd have charts on the TV. Like I would literally just have moving charts on the TV. And so I think just learning chart patterns, just learning what the market is doing, just constantly looking at it. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, or no, there's no correcting. Tell me what you think about this. I think everyone can be successful in Forex. I just think it's the person that sticks it out long enough to figure out what they're meant to do in Forex.
Yes.
I think
yes
everyone gives up way too fast.
Well, yeah, it's because the people that aren't passionate about it, they usually do give up within 3-4 months and like, I've blown up 4 or 5.
This?
No, it does not mean at all. But I feel like to actually be a really good Forex trader, and because it is over time, it's boring as hell. You have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
You have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt out like anything else.
And I've been there.
And especially when you're down like in the gutter and you're freaking in some drawdown, some stuff's happening. It's a stressful time. You don't want to be on the charts, but
gotta stick with it.
You got to stick with it. And chart time, experience in the markets, figuring out what you're doing wrong. And like when you do something wrong, figure out why you did it wrong. And just like, it's like anything in life. When you mess up, learn from that mistake, move on with it.
I love it. I love it. That's it.
Close us out, my dude. Close us out.
With that being said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on because these are dropped every single Friday. Go watch our past podcasts. We're getting a lot of people actually watching the past podcasts. They're commenting on them and they're engaging in them. They're tagging us on Instagram. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Trader Society Official. We got
Derek _Vandy.
We got _Anthonysworld _ as well. Make sure you check out the merch, the trading hats. And last but not least, does wick size matter?
Also, guys, we love you. Even the haters, we love you. Keep killing it. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.